There's been considerable frustration in Edinburgh about the lack of progress made by the tram project in the last year. In an effort to bring in new impetus and focus to the operation, Vic Emery, a man with considerable experience in managing difficult, large-scale projects, has been brought in to chair the board. He takes over at a critical time.
Oh, absolutely. I think I've come in at a very opportune time for the people that actually work here, as well as for the tram project at large. As everyone is probably aware, we are entering now into a period of mediation, and that should kick off in about 4 weeks' time. And there's a huge amount of work being done to actually prepare for that mediation. That mediation is a watershed, and one way or the other, it will shape the future of where we're going. So I look forward to that with relish. There's a number of different ways the mediation can go, but it will mark a step change in where we are today. And hopefully that will then release some of the tension and the frustrations that people are feeling, and we can see a way forward.
He says that the recent Audit Scotland report wasn't nearly so critical of the project as implied by parts of the media.
The audit is actually not a bad audit at all, and it is a fair reflection of where this project is. It has been misquoted by some people that are probably not totally in favour of this project, and if you read the report itself and compare it with the words that have been quoted in the newspapers, they don't match at all.
He's keen to stress to the business community that it's not all bad news from the tram project, and he's determined to turn it round.
Yes, in sort of street language, I don't do failure. And so I wouldn't have come onto this programme if I thought it was a dead duck or that it wasn't doable as an overall project. It has all the ingredients of success, and we shouldn't ignore that just because there's been a few things that's been thrown in the way. From my brief exposure to the project so far, there's some big successes. We've got first-rate trams. They're probably better quality than anyone else's trams in the world. The trams themselves are on target. We're up to number 22 already out of 27. That's on target. A lot of the infrastructure work has been done. A lot of the services and all of the infrastructure around where the track goes has been completed. It just so happens that there is an issue with the infrastructure contractor, which we need to overcome.
While no one can predict the future, he wants to reassure the key stakeholders in the tram project that when finished, it will bring them clear and defined benefits.
All the stakeholders that we have need to come on board, and there are too many to actually mention, but there are small businesses, there are medium-sized businesses, there's the government, there's large businesses, there's a whole myriad of stakeholders, and we need to convince them that the progress we are making is acceptable, and that at the end of the day we will have a tram service getting people seamlessly through the airport and into the city centre is a key business driver that all cities strive for.